Hello, good morning and welcome to Marquee Barefoot in the Kitchen. Today I wanted to share with you how I make granola. Now granola is a really simple thing to make. You really only need oats, some nuts, some seeds, a bit of fat, something sweet, and just bake it in the oven. I try to get as many different ingredients in there as I can. They're all like whole food ingredients, because I think that the variety is really important for us. So I'll just take you through what I use in making granola. So we start with oats. So 3 or 4. Like I say, the quantities are really variable, but the majority is oats. So 3 or 4. Scoops of oats, and then some nuts. So I've got some pecan nuts, so just a handful of pecan nuts, just crushed into slightly smaller pieces, really random mix of pieces there. So that's the pecans, and then I've got some hazelnuts. Probably put 2 scoops of those. Then I've got some sunflower seeds. So a couple of spoonfuls of sunflower seeds. And then some pumpkin seed. A couple of spoons of those. Some sliced and toasted almonds. Just put one of those in. I've got some desiccated coconut. Not necessarily important, but like I say, it adds variety. One key ingredient that you really can't do without is a teaspoon of cinnamon. I grind my cinnamon fresh from cinnamon bark, so it's got its freshest flavour. Got some chia seeds, so just put a spoonful of those in. Also got some ground hemp, just a spoonful of that. Some toasted pine nuts. Some acai, some dried acai berries. Just a teaspoonful of those. This is a new one for me, it's buckwheat. I've been trying to get a bit more buckwheat in our diet, so I'm just going to put a couple of spoonfuls of buckwheat in there. And then, if you've seen my other videos on fermented overnight oats breakfast, you'll have heard about my pot of diversity. So this is a pot of lots of different plant types, herbs, spices, nuts and seeds. So there's over 30 different plants represented in there. So I was trying to put a spoon of that into everything I make. Then some vanilla. So what I do with vanilla is just use the whole thing, because the pods add really useful fibre and an enormous amount of great vanilla taste. I'm also going to use some of my homemade vanilla essence, and I make this using putting a load of vanilla pods into some whiskey, and it's Yorkshire whiskey from Cooper King Distillery, England's first net zero whiskey. Okay, so that's all of the ingredients at this stage. There are just a couple of things, a couple of ingredients that I want to go in that I don't want to cook. So I'm just going to add those to the jar at this stage. So I've got some cacao nibs. So just a couple of spoons of those, and some mixed dried fruits, so raspberries, sultanas, etc. So a handful of those. So like I said, I don't want those cooking, so they're just going in the jar ready to shake up at the end. Okay, so that's all of those ingredients. So next I'm going to make the mix up the fat and the sweet things. So there's got a few ingredients here, and like I say, you don't have to use them all. So I guess the important ones are probably olive oil or coconut oil. So if you use olive oil and honey, then that would be enough. But like I said, I'm looking for a bit more variety here. So I'm just going to warm this pan up, just to help with some of the thicker ingredients. So I've just got a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of avocado oil, some butter. It's Irish butter from grass-fed cows. Got some Yorkshire honey. Some coconut oil that is it's quite solid at current room temperature, so the heat will help to soften that. Okay. Bit of so on the sweet things, I've already put the honey in. So a bit of maple syrup, about a tablespoonful. Some sugar-free jam. So this is just jam that's sweetened with fruit juice. And some peanut butter. It's just peanuts, just ground up peanuts. So once that's all in the pan, I'm just going to just mix that up. Just let that warm through, and the warmth will help to soften things like the jam and the peanut butter and the coconut oil. Well, that's nicely softened through now. So now it's just a question of pouring that into the dry mix and giving it a good mix up. Don't want to leave any in there. Got some, some of these ingredients they take a lot of effort to produce, and because of that effort, they can be really expensive. So don't want to waste any of that. Once it's in the bowl, just give it a good mix around, and it should be all of the dry ingredients should be coated with some of the fat and sweet things. Once they are, then it's just a question of putting it into a baking tray, a lined baking tray, giving it a good squash down, and baking it in the oven. 25 minutes. creates a delicious, healthy, wholesome breakfast that in our house only lasts about a week, so I have to do this every week. Here's my pan, my oven dish. It's just a metal oven dish lined with greased with paper. Scrape out the bowl again, don't want to leave any of those delicious things in there. Once it's in the baking tray, just squash it down. I'm making a huge biscuit. So then this goes into the oven, 175 degrees in a fan oven, 25 minutes, and at the end of 25 minutes, just turn the oven off and leave it in there. That way, all of the residual heat in the oven permeates the granola and helps to make it nice and crispy. And that's Marky's granolas, my version of granola. Hope you enjoy it, and look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Thank you.